Hello children, welcome to the online EduClass session for class 6 chapter number 9 the living organisms characteristics and habitats part 2. In this part, let's discuss about the types of habitat and how the animals adapt themselves for survival in the surroundings. Terrestrial habitats, as we had discussed in the previous video, include forests, grasslands, deserts, coastal and mountain ranges. Best examples are the tropical rainforest found between the equator and two tropics, that is Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn. Here temperature ranges from 20 to 34 degrees Celsius and receive a heavy rainfall throughout the year. There are very rich flora means plants like orchid, vine, moss, fern, etc. and fauna means animals like bats, gorilla, monkey, sloth, macaw, etc. and too many varieties of insects because they get a high amount of food, shelter and comfort from wide range of plant and animal varieties. Similarly, temperate forests are also found in the regions of America, Asia and Europe where we have a discrete, completely defined summer and winter seasons. The plants and animals found are like maple, oak and animals like fox, bald eagle, mountain lion, bobcat, black bear, etc. The grasslands are found where there is not enough regular rainfall which can support the growth of completely a well defined forest, but not so little also so that a desert is formed. In fact, they lie between the forest and the deserts as a flat fair regions. Threats to the natural grasslands as well as the wildlife that live on them include farming, overgrazing, invasive species, illegal hunting, etc. In the grasslands, animals are light brown in color, like lion, which has a long claw in front legs, which can be withdrawn inside the toes also, and eyes in the front of the face, while it has a light brown color which helps it to hide in the dry grassland when it is hunting for prey. The eyes in front of the face allow it to have a correct idea about the location of its prey. If the deer fails to run faster than the lion, what will happen? The lion will catch the prey and kill it. The deer won't get a place to hide even due to the lack of trees and big bushes. Right? Okay. Now, a deer also has some adaptations, like it has a strong teeth for chewing hard plant stems of the forest. It needs to know about the predators around it, so it has long ears to hear the movement of predators. The eyes on the sides of the head allows the view in all the directions for danger. The speed of the deer is very high because it helps it to run from the predators. Okay, so these are some of the adaptations by the deer. Then deserts are the driest and the hottest places on the earth which have a very low rainfall per year, like that of about 10 inch or little less than that also. They are formed due to such a climate since thousands and thousands of years ago. The highest temperature ever recorded on earth was actually 56.6 degrees in Nevada Death Valley. That's why it is called Death Valley in the year 1913. And one more property, deserts get cold at night. It may seem like nothing can live in the desert because it is so dry and drastically different climate during the day and night. But most deserts are full of lives. They have adapted to survive without much water. Kangaroo rats are known to manufacture water from the digestion of dry seeds. Do you know? Plants like mesquite grass have very small leaves that curl up in the daytime to conserve the water they have. Some desert plants bloom and flower only when it rains. Some plants like cactus store enough water in their stems to last until the next rain. Desert plants lose very little water through transpiration. The leaves are either absent or very small, or they are transformed to spines, which helps in reducing loss of water from the leaves through transpiration. The leaf-like structure we observe in cactus is in fact its stem, which performs photosynthesis, and that too is covered with a thick layer of wax cuticle, which helps to retain water in the tissues of cactus and reduces the loss of water through the stem as well. Most desert plants have roots that go very deep into the soil for absorbing water. Desert animals also have adaptations that help them to survive without much water. Some desert animals like foxes get enough liquid from the prey they are hunting. Interestingly, most desert animals stay underground or beneath the shady rocks during the day and come out for hunting at night when it is cool. There is very little water available in the desert. The animals and plants of the desert live on the soil and breathe air from the surrounding. If you are planning to explore a desert, be sure to pack water, sunscreen, and a protective clothing. After all, you are not a kangaroo rat, right? Some deserts like Sahara and Gobi deserts are the largest ones. Let us look at a very different kind of organism in the desert, which is a camel, right? The body structure of a camel helps it to survive in the desert conditions. They have a pair of long legs, which keeps their body away from the heat of the sand. Secondly, they excrete very small amount of urine. Their dung is also very dry and they do not sweat. They have a huge hump which stores a large amount of fat which acts as a reservoir for many days. Next is large and flat foot of camel which helps them to walk on the sand. They have a big eyelashes which protects the eyes from the sand so that they are protected from the sand storms. They have nostrils which close to keep the sand out during the sandstorms. Since the camels lose very little amount of water, they can live for many days without water. Some deserts are always cold. In fact, the biggest desert in the world is Antarctica. Even though it is covered in snow and ice, it rarely rains or snows. That's which makes it a desert. Mountains form when the big slabs of rock called tectonic plates crash into each other. Actually, the largest mountain range is over 40,000 miles long and 90% is inside the ocean called mid-ocean ridge. And the longest one above the ground is the Andes. From bottom to top, mountain has several biomes of life. At the very bottom foothills, often lush deciduous forests are there, meaning that the trees lose their leaves during the winter. Higher up are the coniferous forests with tall pines and other evergreen trees. Mosses, lichens grow low to the ground, and the air is also becoming thinner as we go towards the top because oxygen molecules are more spread out, making it harder to breathe also. Mountains often have extreme climates, and the animals that live there have some amazing adaptations. For instance, red panda grows a thick coat. Some animals' fur is more than an insulation. Snowshoe hares have snow white coats which help them to hide from the predators. Grizzly bears and hoary marmots survive the cold winters by hibernating, hiding out in dens. And do you know, when they are hibernating, their body temperature drops drastically and they take a breath once after every 45 seconds. Other animals migrate to lower and warmer elevations during the winters. Such animals have tough but flexible hooves to steady themselves when they are climbing up or down the rocky terrain looking for food. Therefore, in mountains, animals have thick skin or fur and strong hooves. Trees are cone shaped, having slopy branches, and leaves are needle like, which helps the rainwater and snow to slide off easily. Yaks, which is always found in mountains only. They have long hair to keep themselves warm. Snow leopard has thick fur on the body and feet and toes as well, which protects its feet from the cold when it walks on the snow. So children, this is all about today's video. Next video we will be discussing about the aquatic habitats. Till then, thank you.